Morning class. For today's lesson, we will discuss the concept of related rates. So dito po sa topic na to, it's more on applications of derivatives na po. Kung last time, we're more on computations, 'di ba? Solving for the derivative, and then we already mastered the theorems involved. Dito i-apply na po natin yung mga yon. For the objectives, isa lang naman, no? To apply the concept of derivatives in real life situation. Nagpasa na natin yung introduction. So, related rates, how to solve this one? No? There are several steps. First is to read and understand the problem. Of course, given naman yan, din yan secret. Assign variables. Once na na-absorb na natin kung ano yung hinihingi ng problem, it is time for us to assign, represent necessary variables na involved sa problem. Number 3, if necessary, you can provide your own diagram kung saan related yung mga illustration po natin doon sa hinihingi or given sa problem. Step number 4, create an equation relating the variables. Dito na tayo gagawa ng mathematics. Kailangan yung gagawin nating equation ay naaayon or appropriate doon sa problem, of course. And then step number 5, dito na natin i-apply yung mga derivatives na natutunan natin. So differentiate with respect to time. As much as possible with respect to time po tayo because related rates focuses on problems na kung saan involved palagi ang time. And then, most of the time din, implicit differentiation ang ginagawa natin. Step number 6, substitute the known values. Kapag nakahain na ng maayos yung mga equations natin, pwede mo nang ipalit dito yung mga given po. And then, step 7, solve for the desired rate. And number 8, this will be the last one, provide the proper units and then interpret, of course, kung ano po yung ibinigay na sagot or nakuha natin. Bibigay po tayo dito ng mga selected examples. Siguro out of 5, 3 lang po yung ibibigay ko sa inyo. Then the remaining 2 will leave as an exercise. Example tayo, number 1, a ladder is 25 feet long and leaning against a vertical wall. The bottom of the ladder is pulled horizontally away from the wall at 3 feet per second. That is your rate of change. Suppose we wish to determine how fast the top of the ladder is sliding down the wall when the bottom is 15 feet from the wall. Dito po sa problem po natin, first step is to understand ano po ang hinihingi, ano po ang given. And once na na-absorb na po natin yung mga appropriate values, pwede na tayong mag-assign. So, let t be the number of seconds elapsed since the ladder started to slide down the wall. Siyempre, kapag ikaw po ay magpapaandar or papagalawin mo mismo yung hagdanan doon na nakalin sa wall, may time palagi po na involved dito. X is the distance in feet. So, feet po ang ating unit of measure, huwag pong kalimutan. And then, since x represents the horizontal axis, 'di ba? Siya po yung magse-serve as a distance from the bottom of the ladder to the wall at t seconds. Y naman, since it represents the vertical axis, siya naman po ang tumutukoy sa distance from the ground to the top of the ladder at t seconds. Remember, naka-fit po ang ating unit of measure. So ngayon, pwede kang mag-draw ng isang diagram na kung saan aligned po siya doon sa ating worded problem. So dito, hagdanan po ang nagsaserve as your hypotenuse. Wall serves as your height. And then yung ground po ang magsisilbing base po natin, no? So overall, we have a right triangle. Now, the bottom of the ladder pulled horizontally away from the wall at 3 feet per second. This is your rate of change. ito po yung gumagalaw sa horizontal part po natin. That is why siya po ang ilelet natin as our dx over dt kasi siya po ang ating rate of change. So, 3 po siya. Omit muna natin yung unit of measure na feet per second. Dito po, ang goal po ay malaman how fast the top of the ladder is sliding down the wall. So, ibig sabihin, mag-o-occur yung movement sa vertical part kasi wall po ang pinag-uusapan dito. So, kung nasa wall po at ito po ay vertical part, we are referring to dy over dt. And that is your unknown value. Kaya ilalagay lang po natin as question mark. Kasi yun po ang hinahanap. Now, since ito pong ating illustration ay nag-form ng isang right triangle, we can apply here the Pythagorean theorem. No? We can represent it in terms of equation as x squared plus y squared equals 25 squared. 25 is your hypotenuse. Solving for y, we will have y squared equals 625 minus x squared. And then, this is the time to differentiate with respect to time. Okay? Kapag with respect to t po tayo, the left-hand side will give us 2y, use the power rule, but do not forget the dy over dt because we are respect to time. Equal negative 2x, use the power rule, but do not forget dx over dt kasi nga with respect to time. 625, its derivative is 0, so hindi na po siya isinulat. Now, we can divide to both sides. Tama ba? We can divide to both sides para makancel po yun. And then, pwede naman din in terms of dy over dt, in terms of dx over dt, isolate natin yung dy over dt, malilipat na yung y sa right hand side. So, mangyayari, magkakaroon tayo ng negative x over y times dx over dt. Ngayon, pansinin po natin to. Ang dx over dt is 3. So, pwede na nating ipalit yung x as 3. But we do not have the value. Ito pala ang ipapalit natin as 3. Yan. Pasensya na. And then, yung x natin, nakalagay po ay when the bottom is 15 feet from the wall. So, ito yung magsaserve as our x. Pwede ko nang palitan to as 15. But we do not have a value for variable y. Gamitin natin yung sa Pythagorean theorem kanina, no? Yung y square equal 625 minus 15 square. At ito ay 625 minus 225. And y square is now 400. And y is positive and negative 20. But we have to omit the negative sign. So, positive na lang po ang kukunin natin. Na? Wala namang negative na distance. So, yung y natin dito, class, ay pwede natin palitan ng 20. Okay? And then, simplify na lang po natin yan. By simplifying, we will obtain negative 2.25 feet per second. Naka-negative siya, it's because kapag hinila ko yung hagdanan, no? Pag hinila ko yung hagdanan, okay, bumababa itong upper part, no? So kung ihilain ko yan, bababa itong upper part. At kapag bumaba siya, it represents negative measure. Kaya po ang dy over dt po natin is negative. So therefore, the top of the ladder is sliding down the wall at the rate of 2.25 feet per second when the bottom is exactly 15 feet from the wall. Example number 2. A circular puddle has its radius increasing at 2 cm per minute. How fast is the area increasing when the radius is 5 cm? So, dito po, mag-let lang po tayo ng ating mga kakailanganing variable. Of course, laging may time yan. Time elapsed as radius increases. Imagine mo na lang yung isang balloon, no? Habang pinapalobo mo siya, dumadagdag yung time. At habang dumadagdag yung radius ng balloon, dumadagdag din yung kanyang volume. Tama ba? So, kung bababa ang radius ng balloon, bababa din ang radius ng volume. Same process when it comes to circle. Pag tumataas ang value ng R, tataas din ang value ng area. Kung bababa ito, bababa din ang value ng area. So here, R is 5 cm, AB the area, and then dr over dt is 2 cm per minute. So ito yung keyword class. Pag may nakita kayong unit of measure divided by another unit of measure, that is your rate of change. So malamang sa malamang, nire-represent niya yung may d over dt. At dahil radius po ang usapin, we chose variable letter r para i-represent niya to. So, dr over dt yung ating variable. Now, ano bang hinahanap? How fast is the area? So, dA over dt ang question. Now, remember that the area of the circle is pi r square. Differentiating both sides with respect to t, makakakuha tayo ng ganitong format. Sa left-hand side, isusulat mo lang siya. Wala ka nang ibang gagawin dyan. And then sa right-hand side, nandun yung mismong heart of the equation, which is the pi r square. So, dito tayo magmamanipulate. Since with respect to time to, this pi r square will give us 2 pi r. And then using implicit differentiation, dapat may dr over dt. Now, solving for dA over dt, no? Dahil meron tayong dr over dt which is 2 cm per unit, pwede natin siyang i-substitute. No? Ito ay 2. Tapos yung r is 5 cm. Substituting, we will obtain 20 pi centimeter per minute, or equivalently in decimal, the rate of change of a circle is about 62.8 centimeter per minute square, no? Pasensya na, dapat naka-square to because we're talking about the area. At exactly 5 centimeter radius. 5 cm radius, no? So, pag pinapalobo mo, halimbawa yung circular paddle, hindi mo pinapalobo, no? Kumbaga, pinapalaki mo siya using a device at exactly 5 cm ng radius, yung area po niya is about 62.8 cm per unit per minute ang rate of change. Example number 3. A person, 1.8 meter tall, lagyan natin ng label. Yan. This is 1.8 meter tall. Okay. Walk towards a street lamp at 1 minute per second. So, naglalakad siya ng may rate of change. With respect to time to, no? I think we have to make it as x. No, mamaya introduce natin kung ano yung x. So, x is 1. Okay. Lagay muna natin as 1. The lamp is 6 meter tall. Lagyan natin ng label, yung sukat ng poste, 6m. How fast is the length of their shadow changing when they are 10 meter from the lamp? Okay, mag-let tayo. Let let x be the distance from lamp to the man. Y be the distance of shadow or yung length ng shadow yeah. dx over dt, siya yung rate of change nung distance ng tao papunta sa poste. Kasi x is distance from lamp to the man. So, yung dx over dt, rate of change po nung tao papunta sa poste. At may given tayo. No? That is 1 meter per second. Okay? That is 1 meter per second. Pero, meron tayo ditong tricky part. Pagmasdan po ninyo or paki-analyze. Kapag ang tao ay lumalapit sa poste, yung distance bumababa. So, halimbawa, yung tao nandito na mismo, no? Nag-approach siya dyan. Lumiliit yung distance. Tama ba? Lumiliit yung distance habang yung time ay dumadagdag. So, maybe at 10 seconds nandito siya, no? At 15 seconds nandito na siya ngayon, at 20 seconds nandun na siya sa poste. So, pag dumadagdag yung time, bumababa yung distance. Kaya, negative yung magiging value ng dx over dt. Tapos, ang hanap natin ay how fast. So, rate of change ang hinahanap. How fast is the length of their shadow? Ano ba ang shadow? It represents your y. So, how fast is the length of their shadow changing? So, dy over dt ang ating concern. We're looking for this measure, dy over dt. When they are 10 meter from the lamp. Okay? So, saan natin ilalagay yung 10 meter from the lamp? Siguro mamaya na po, no? Okay. Mag-construct tayo ng possible na pwedeng mangyari. Siguro label ko na lang to as blue. No? Ito pong makikita nyo to, itong poste, and then itong entire ground hanggang sa dulo ng shadow, at itong broken lines ay nagre-represent ng isang right triangle. Okay, it represents a right triangle. Tapos, kung mapapansin nyo, meron na namang isang right triangle na kung saan yung height ay yung tao mismo. Kanina kasi yung height ng right triangle natin is yung street lamp. At this time, ang height is yung tao. Kaya, meron akong another right triangle. Yan. So, dito sa illustration natin, mas malaki ang blue compared to red. Then, lagay natin yung mga measure. Ito ay 6. Okay? And then, itong distance from lamp to the man is x. No? This is x. And then, yung height naman nito is 1.8. And then, ito naman, yung distance ng tao at nung dulo ng kanyang anino. So, ito yung magsaserve as your y, distance of the shadow. Yan. So, by similar triangle, no, apply similar triangle. Bali, we have 6 over x equal 1.8. Hindi, mali. Sorry. Hindi to x. hindi siya X, no? Kasi blue to eh. Siya yung blue. So, dapat ito yung X, ito yung Y. So, kung blue yung usapin, dapat yung base niya ay X plus Y. Yun. Pasensya na, no? It should be X plus Y. Tapos, yung base ng red is only variable Y. Okay? Good. So, we have 6 over X plus Y. And then equal 1.8 over Y. And then, cross multiplication, we have 6Y equals 1.8 X plus 1.8 Y. Now, let us differentiate implicitly with respect to time. This is 6 dy over dt equal 1.8 dx over dt plus 1.8 dy over dt. And now, kumbaga, combine like terms. Combine like terms, mangyayari, ito yung continuation. 6 minus 1.8 dy over dt equal 1.8 dx over dt. No? Tama ba ako? Yeah. Then, 6 minus 1.8 will give us 4.2 dy over dt equal 1.8. But your dx over dt is negative 1. So, palit lang po natin yun. Kaya, ang matitira na lang sa left is dy over dt because we divide both sides by 4.2. So, 1.8 or negative 1.8 divided by 4.2 is approximately negative 0.43. And what's the unit of measure? Meter per seconds. So, this is the rate of change, no, at exactly 10 meter from the lamp. No? Yeah. So, ito na po siya. And then, for our example number 4, ipapakita ko lang po, try it on your own. And then, for example number 5, subukan nyo rin po sa sarili ninyong mga papel. Okay, I hope natuto po tayo about rate of change. So, that's all for this video. Ingat po kayong lahat and God bless.